I'm a mood reader and a chronic planner. So this is my early spring TBR. Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Florence and this is the One More Book podcast. Welcome back if this is not your first time, but if this is your first time, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy watching this video. So like I said, I am someone who I like planning. I appreciate a well laid out plan because otherwise my life just goes out of the rails. So I prefer to have a list of books that I want to read or books that I want to surround myself with. And we are going into spring. We are now officially in spring. And I have a few books, a lot of books that I really want to get to in the coming months. So I would say in March and in April. And also because I'm a mood reader, I've tried and varied the genre. So I have something interesting. So I'm not like reading the same thing, which I think I fell into last month because I read a bit too much Nigerian fiction and up to some point it started feeling a bit repetitive. So this month or the next couple of months, I have some variations. So let's start. The first one is Manifesto on Never Giving Up by Bernardine Evaristo. I believe this is a part memoir about her. If you don't know Bernardine Evaristo, she's an amazing Black British author. I managed to meet her when I traveled to Lagos last year for the Ake Book and Arts Festival. So I have my copy, which is signed. I got this when I was over there. And she is an amazing author. She wrote Mr. Loverman, which we actually read as a book club. And I believe she's also written Galum and Other, which was also an amazing read. I need to reread that. I read that back in 2020. So this is really small. This is a book club pick by the Bookmark Book Club. So I definitely want to read this. And I remember during her the panel talk that she did when I was in Nigeria, she explained just how long it took her. People see someone who is successful and I think they just see that person. They don't know how long and how much effort they put to get to where they are. So she talks about it in this book. So I'm really, really looking forward to reading this. I believe she won the Booker Prize. She's a Booker Prize winner from maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But she's an amazing author. So I'm really, really looking forward to getting to know her personally more by reading this. This is my children's book pick. I try and read at least one children's book per month. So this is the one that I picked. I got this when I went to Senegal 2 years ago, and I got it for my son, but of course it is mine. The title is Die Okras sind weg, Geschichten aus Tingel, or in English, The Okra Thief, Stories by Tingel. I loved it because it's a mix of German and English. So on each page, one side is written in German and the other side is written in English. It has beautiful illustrations. I remember reading it back then and I'm going to reread it again. I believe it was written it's like a collaboration between a group of children here in Germany and a group of children in Mali. So Tingel is in Chad. So Tingel is, I think, a town in Chad. Yeah. The next book is one that I've been meaning to read for so long. This is Braiding Sweetgrass by Wall Kimmerer. I got this last year. I had a gift card for a shop, so I remember buying 3 books. And I have not read any of them. And this is by an Indigenous author. I have started reading it. I think I'm on page 20 and I have annotated almost every page. And I want to try and read more books by Indigenous authors because I think the world is on fire and we need to go back to our roots, because that's where the answer lies. Capitalism has shown that it's not really getting us anywhere anyway. So I'm looking forward to this. She really lays emphasis on plants, on humans learning from plants and animals, because we are built to destroy, while plants, she says that plants are wonderful because they are creating their own food using sunlight and giving it out for free. And what about us? We're just taking it. It's someone said that it reads like poetry, and I get it. So I'm not going to rush with it. I'm going to take my time and annotate as much as possible, because it's a learning process. It's like a course. If you read this, it's like a full course. So yeah. Zenzele, A Letter for My Daughter, which is by Jane Otsipo Maraire. I believe she's a Zimbabwean author. When I went to Dakar, I visited Share Alpha Bookshop, which is one of the only independently owned bookshops in Senegal. I talked to Angela, who is the owner. I have a podcast. I interviewed her for the podcast. There's an episode that you can listen to. And when I asked her which book she would recommend to someone, she recommended this. So, of course, I had to get it. I'm not so sure what it's about, but I think it's about a mother-daughter relationships. Those are always traumatic, but also very good. So this is why I picked this up, and it was among my 26 for 2026, which I think I did a video about here that you can watch. So I've realized that I need to read at least 2 books from this list every month in order to read all of them by the end of the year. So this is one that I'm looking forward to. It's small, but I know it will pack a punch. The Women by Kristin Hannah. Everyone says good things about this. I read The Nightingale, loved it. It's one of the most wonderful books that I've ever read. But Kristin Hannah, why do you have to write so many words? Like, this book is so thick. I borrowed it from my library, so I need to finish it before the time is up. But I know that I'll love it. So looking forward to reading this too. King of Ashes by Ese Cosby is a black crime fiction, and we are reading this together with a friend, Bukola. It's very, very outside of my box, outside of my comfort zone. I'm loving it. I believe I'm on chapter 12, and I'm just like, I'm getting shocked every chapter as I go forward. This is my first time reading anything by this author. And I understand the hype now. I really do. The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. I think I shared this in my previous video when I talked about the books that I hold. I got this from my library. I think it gives reformatory vibes, because I think it's about in the 1960s, about a private school where a lot of atrocities happened, and he is Pulitzer Prize winner. So of course I know it is good. Everyone says it's good. It will break my heart, but yeah, I need to read it. It's Not About the Baka or the Buka, edited by Marian Khan. This is our March book club pick for my book club, and because it's Women History Month, and I believe it's a collection of interviews of 17 Muslim women speaking frankly about the hijab and wavering faith. Very, very interesting, and of course very knowledgeable. So I need to read this. We have a meeting at the end of this month. Coincidentally, this is Stimmen aus der Stille, which is Voices from the Silence by Yaya Eko. I read this. This is in German, and Yaya Eko is a Mauritanian author. He lives here in Germany. I got this as a gift. I was gifted this by the publisher. Really, really great. It's also a like a collection of interviews with Mauritanian women. I learned so much. I will be back with a review. Such a moving book, such a moving collection. The Big Conservation Lie by John Barrier and Mordecai Ogada. I try to read at least one book by a Kenyan author. And I talked to Mordecai Ogada recently. You can listen to the interview on my podcast. Mordecai is a carnivore ecologist who has been involved in conservation work for years. And John Barrier is an award-winning journalist and spatial planner. And in this book, they are criticizing the amount of resources that is devoted to promoting external or Western values when it comes to conservation, like tourism, instead of concentrating more on the indigenous people who live in such areas. So, of course, very, very important. Next is Sula, which I think will be my favorite book of March already. I just finished reading this with the Readers Gonna Read book club, and we are also reading it. We read it in February with my book club, so we haven't discussed it. The discussion will be together with the other book at the end of this month. Oh, Sula. Toni Morrison can do no wrong. Everyone says start with Sula. I should have started with Sula. I don't mind. I absolutely loved it. Left me with so many questions that this is the perfect book club pick, because the conversations that will come from this. Looking forward to the discussions. Next is a story. This is Daughters of Africa, edited by Margaret Busby, and as I said, I am an avid planner, so I have everything written down. So we are reading an excerpt from that book by Paule Machel. She is of her parents are from Barbados, and her story is called Tu Dadu in Memoriam. It's on page 348. So we are reading that with the Reading Africana book club. It's just 3 pages, but I love that going through this book has introduced me to so many amazing authors. And on that note, because last month we read an excerpt from the book Love, Anger, and Craziness. This is the German version, Liebe, Wut und Wahnsinn. I got this from my library. I went in to order a book, and then I saw this because our library had like the International Women's Day celebration bookshelf, and this was on it. I was surprised. It's by Marie Vieux Chauvet, and she's the Haitian author that we read an excerpt. And this is the collection of the 3 books, the 3 novellas. So I picked this up, might read it. Going back to my list, I think I have 2 audiobooks that I want to listen to. One is Can Feminism Be African? A Most Paradoxical Question and a Vision of African Political Philosophy by Mina Salami. And the second one is The Greatest Story Ever Told by Bear Grylls. And I think this is a Christian fictional book. I have it as an audiobook, and I am reading it together with the Hangout Cafe book club. And another book that I will be reading is Mother Mary Comes Home, which I think is a memoir. I'm reading that with the Fundi Sunny book club. I am going to borrow that from a friend. She already has a copy. An audiobook that I've already listened to is The Keeper of Lost Children by Sadiqa Johnson. I love that one. As I said, I am not trying to buy every single book, especially books that I feel are hyped. And this one is all over my page. So I decided to just listen to the audiobook. It was quite good. One last book that I think I might have forgotten is Universality by Natasha Brown, which we are reading with the Readers Gonna Read book club. So yeah, so those are the books that I am hoping to read in early spring. So let's just say in March and April. Most of the book club discussions are in April, so I still have time. One last book that I also ordered. I ordered it. It's the latest book by Celeste Mohammed, who is a Caribbean author, Ever Since We're Small. So I just ordered it because it's not available as an audiobook, and of course my library doesn't have it. So that is also on my TBR. Yeah, so that's my crazy TBR, but I'm proud of myself because I am going in with a plan. Failing to plan is like planning to fail, and that is not going to be my portion this year. So share with me if you've read any of these books and your thoughts. What are you reading? What are you planning on reading in spring? Spring is here. We are enjoying the lovely weather. Today it's rained, but I just want to keep the momentum, because knowing myself, when the sun shines, I am out. And being out just means reading less. So I'm hoping to just keep up the momentum and enjoy all these wonderful stories. Thank you so much for watching, for hanging out as I ramble about books. I hope that I have inspired you to pick up a book. Please share your comments in the comment section. And as always, don't forget to like and to subscribe. And see you in my next video. Bye.